So, if you're a landlord in Kansas City, you know the goal is pretty simple. You want your property to be a reliable source of income. But there's always that one hurdle that can throw a wrench in everything, and that's the rent cycle. So, today we're going to break down how you can actually tame rent collection and make it the smooth, predictable process it's supposed to be.
And let's be real for a second. Is this the part of the month you secretly dread? Because, collecting rent isn't always as easy as a check just showing up. It can mean late payments, really awkward conversations, and just a whole lot of stress that turns what should be a great investment into a massive headache.
All right, let's get into it. When you're trying to manage a property all by yourself, the challenges of collecting rent can stack up and fast. Without a really solid system in place, you're leaving yourself open to a bunch of frustrating and, frankly, expensive problems.
First up is the one that hits you right where it hurts: inconsistent cash flow. I mean, when your tenant's payment is late, your mortgage payment isn't. That kind of unpredictability can throw your entire budget for a loop. And suddenly, your passive investment becomes a source of very active financial stress.
And then there's the personal side of it. I don't think anyone enjoys having to chase down tenants for money they owe, right? Those conversations are just uncomfortable. They can really strain the relationship you have with your tenant, and it's a role most property owners never signed up for.
Now, this one is huge: the legal risk. If you handle late fees the wrong way or send out notices improperly, you could land in some serious hot water. Landlord-tenant laws in both Kansas and Missouri are incredibly specific. A simple mistake, like putting the wrong deadline on a pay or quit notice, can get an entire eviction case thrown out of court. And that costs you months of lost rent and a ton in legal fees.
And at the end of the day, all of this just leads to lost income. Whether it's because of sloppy record keeping, missed follow-ups, or tenants who just kind of slip through the cracks, a disorganized process means you're just not getting the full return on your investment, period.
So, what's the answer here? Well, it's all about moving from that manual, stressful juggling act to a professional, automated system. This is where professional property management really shines, by replacing all that chaos with a clear, systematic approach to getting the rent collected. And let me be clear, a professional system is so much more than just having someone ask for the rent. It's a complete framework. Think of it like a well-oiled machine that combines technology, firm but fair policies, and professional communication, all designed to make on-time payments the norm, not the exception.
A great process really comes down to three core pillars. First, you make it super easy for tenants to pay with secure online options. Second, you set crystal clear expectations from day one, and you enforce the lease consistently. And third, you have a professional follow-up process for those times when payments are late. So let's break that down. The technology piece of this is an absolute game changer. An online tenant portal pretty much eliminates all those common excuses like, oh, the check is in the mail. Tenants can set up automatic payments so they literally never forget. They can see their entire payment history, and they can pay securely from anywhere. And the best part for you? It creates a perfect digital paper trail for every single transaction. No more guessing.
But of course, look, even with the best systems in the world, late payments are going to happen sometimes. The difference is how they're managed. Handling these situations the right way requires professionalism and strict legal compliance, which is what ultimately protects you, the property owner, from all that risk we talked about. This is absolutely critical. A professional manager lives and breathes local landlord-tenant laws. They know all the nuances. Every single action they take, from sending a notice to applying a fee, is done in a legally sound way. That expertise is basically your shield against the costly mistakes that self-managing landlords can so easily make. What this means is there's a specific, documented playbook that's followed every single time. Official late notices are served correctly, exactly how the state law requires. Late fees are applied precisely as stated in the lease, no weird exceptions. And every single communication is documented meticulously to protect you if a situation ever escalates.
But the best system isn't just about reacting to problems. It's about preventing them from ever happening in the first place. A truly proactive approach can cut down on late payments right from the very beginning. It all starts with really thorough tenant screening. We're talking verifying income, checking credit, and making sure there's a history of on-time payments. From there, it's about clear communication of the rules from day one, and that continues by keeping the property well-maintained and just proactively engaging with tenants to build a solid professional relationship.
And hey, the numbers don't lie. The data shows there is a direct link between these proactive steps and getting paid on time. And why is that? It's simple, really. When tenants see that their home is being cared for professionally, they are just way more likely to treat their own financial obligations with that same level of respect.
Now, this professional approach is also crucial for more complex situations. For example, landlords who are part of the Section 8 program rely on housing assistance payments, or HAP, from the government. A good manager handles all of that for you. They coordinate with the housing authorities and make sure those payments arrive smoothly and on time.
So after all that, what does this actually mean for you? It means transforming your investment into exactly what you wanted it to be in the first place, a source of reliable income without all the monthly stress and hassle.
This quote really says it all, doesn't it? The whole goal here is to remove that emotional burden and all the time-consuming work from your plate. That way, you can actually focus on the benefits of owning a property, not the day-to-day headaches.
So what's the bottom line? What do you get? You get consistent, on-time rent and super accurate financial records. You get to offload all that tenant communication, and you get the peace of mind that comes from knowing everything is being handled in a legally compliant way. It all leads to better cash flow and, just as importantly, more confidence in your investment.
By putting a professional system in place, you're not just collecting rent a little better. You are fundamentally transforming your Kansas City rental property from a potential liability into a predictable, hassle-free asset.
So if you're ready to take the stress out of rent collection and finally maximize your income, you can find out more by giving a call to 816-343-4520 or just visit alpinekansascity.com.